Listen, everyone. That is the sound of Karen Bear, 5%.
I'm sorry, that was the shittiest I've ever heard in my life.
What about this one? Oh, no, don't do that. So the American presence in the area that we're in is very strong. They have like A&W,
A&W.
which is, I've never seen that before. That was the first time I seen that.
I don't know that. Is it like a burger store?
I think so. I think it's like a burger and chicken, something
Oh.
like that. Is that American? I don't know.
I don't know. Because
Oh, that's awkward. But
in...
come on, mate. How long? What are you searching? Just Google.
All right. Welcome to the den once again.
We're back.
Where did we go? I don't know if we
We're
went.
still here, but we're back.
All right. Last time we talked about ourselves.
Yes,
Mostly
yes.
our experience here in Japan. The reason why we came here. I think the reason why we came here we talked about maybe.
Yep. Work and sport.
So
Simple.
but today, like, I want to just make a topic
Yep.
to talk about, you know? So I was thinking about a topic and I thought, oh, travel.
Travel.
Travel is a
Very
good topic
good topic.
to talk about. A lot of
Awesome
people
topic.
love it. Yes,
Yes.
very important. Everyone loves it.
Yep.
I don't really travel that much, though.
Oh, wow. Well, I love travel. I love to travel.
Okay.
If I can, I try to travel as much as I can.
Okay. So that means you have more experience in Japan when it comes to travel then.
Yeah, maybe.
More than me,
Think so.
probably.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, definitely. I have traveled not to everywhere, but to a lot of places within Japan.
Okay.
And I'm lucky to have the opportunity, whether it be for sport or my own luxury or work, to have traveled to some areas of Japan, which I have loved every single spot. But I hope to share some knowledge with you.
Ooh, okay. I hopefully I could get some insight.
Sensei J
Sensei J.
will give you some advice if you sign up to the Patreon.
All right, Sensei J.
Yes.
Well, where was the first time? What was the first place you went? So last time you talked about like Chiba. You've been there, of course. That's the first time you went as an exchange student.
Yes.
Where was after you came back to Japan to actually live here for 10 years? Where was the first place you went to visit?
So I came back to Tokyo. I was based in Tokyo, my first university. We were based in the Tokyo area, right in the city. So it was pretty full on, but we had an opportunity to have a game in Osaka.
Oh.
Well, it was like within my first couple of months of actually moving over here. So we had the opportunity to have a game in Osaka. So that was also my first time riding the bullet train,
Oh.
because the most convenient and fast way to get to Osaka is by bullet train. Obviously they have planes, but you got to go to the airport, and then the airport in Osaka is actually not close to the city.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So we were lucky enough to go by bullet train,
Mm.
which makes the trip's only about an hour and a half.
Really?
I
On a
think
bullet
so.
train?
I think so.
Not
An
2
hour and a
hours?
half. Maybe 2 hours. I can't really remember. It's the bullet train, so we're going.
Oh, it
very
might be an
fast.
hour and a half, actually.
But very lucky to have my first experience on the bullet train,
Mm.
and also first trip to Osaka,
Mm.
which was very cool. Very, very cool. Osaka is an amazing place.
Where in Osaka was it? Osaka Station?
Osaka Station.
Okay.
So I can't really remember the area, the specific area that we stayed at, but I know it was around the station area. The hotel was in the same area, and also the stadium where we had the game at was in that same area. So my first experience going to Osaka, and it's a lovely place. Different place to Tokyo, very different in many ways, but Osaka is awesome. If you ever have the opportunity to travel there, by bullet train as well, I definitely recommend it.
So I researched how long it might take from Tokyo to Osaka.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
The fastest is like 2 hours and 47 minutes, but but hear me out. It says it has significant delay right now, so I don't know what the actual number is. So it should take like roughly 2.5 hours to get there.
Don't at me. So don't at me.
Quote him for that. Quote him for that.
I actually got that research from Suda, so if you want to blame anyone, blame the da and the DaDen.
No. I just researched it right now. So okay. Okay, so that means your first time you took the bullet train. How convenient was it to purchase a ticket?
Well, I didn't actually have to purchase the ticket because the ticket was given to the team.
Oh, okay.
But my experiences going there by myself, having to purchase a ticket is, at first it's a little confusing because they have the ticket machines and then they have the ticket booth, and you might be a bit afraid to go to the ticket booth because you may only be able to speak Japanese, you don't know, so it may be difficult to communicate. So I initially tried the ticket machine, which is located throughout Japan, whether it be catching the normal JR line or the normal subway. And I thought I could do it, and it's just a whole bunch of buttons. They have an English menu, but I did not see it, so I was trying to navigate in Japanese, which was mistake number 1. So there's an English menu. For anyone out there, just know that those little ticket machines have an English menu. So click the English menu and you'll be able to find how to go there. Just know where you want to go to and where you're leaving from. Those are 2 important things when using it. And it was convenient. Just a machine, you just go there, pops it on out, swipe it through the ticket gate, and you're on the seat. It has all the details on there. Maybe a little difficult to read, but use a bit of common sense and you'll find your train platform and seat number 5. Have you been on? When was your first trip?
I've been on the bullet train many times because I'm from Shizuoka. In Shizuoka, you have to take bullet train. There's 2 ways to take it, but bullet train is the main one I took. So I'm not a foreigner when it comes to bullet train. So. But buying it for the first time when I became an adult is a different story. Like when I first tried to buy it, I thought it was very it was difficult during that time because I didn't know about the ticket booth where you usually buy all the tickets. I didn't know you could buy it there. So I went to an area called the green station or the green ticket. They say green ticket, I think. And then you walk in there and then you get in a line, and it's like a special area for the bullet train. And you go there, you talk to the train guy, and then you just buy the ticket there. That's how I bought it most of the time. It's only recently that I started actually knowing about the ticket booth and then actually buying it through there. But when I first bought it was difficult to manage through it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many menus. And then right now it's gotten much more easier to buy things, but it was hard for me.
Yeah, I definitely think the easiest way to purchase a bullet train ticket is just to go to the ticket booth, the man booth.
Yeah,
I think that's the most convenient way. Don't worry about if you can't speak the language. I'm sure you'll navigate your way to finding where you want to go to. But compared to using those ticket machine booth things, if you're not confident with that, just definitely go to
sometimes it breaks, so it's easier to just go to a guy who's operating it. I don't know what to say. This is the thing about Japan.
The conductor.
It's I forget the language. I forget what to say all the time. It's what was that word? What was that? What do you call it again? Yeah. Well, it's buy the ticket from a person that's actually operating itself, and the person actually could speak English, so they can actually get you to where you want. Another way to get ticket is from those ticket. They have a ticket selling station area, so you could buy not just bullet train tickets, but you could buy Disneyland tickets to Universal Studios, those ticket area they have. Have you been there before? Have you been those kind of places anymore?
You mean like a ticket main station booth thing?
Yeah, like they have
A
all
shop?
these like like a shop. It's like a ticket shop basically.
Oh, I think
So
I've seen them around the city
yeah,
areas.
yeah, they
Oh,
have
okay.
all like Shinjuku has one, Shibuya
Yeah.
has one. You could buy all the tickets from around the not around the world, within Japan. You could buy tickets within Japan, like bullet train tickets, everything there.
Yes. Do they sell them at a discounted price too?
Usually.
Usually. Okay.
That's the only reason why you buy it there.
yes.
To get that like certain price.
Yeah, yeah,
and then sometimes it is discounted on like I think the Disney tickets are much more cheaper
Oh,
to
wow.
buy it there than buying it online.
Yes.
At
Yeah, I
the
think
actual
I've seen
Disney
them around because they have like little ticket in the display windows.
Yeah.
Whole lot
Yeah.
printed around. Yes, that's
Mhm.
definitely another option
Yeah.
if you want to buy a bullet train ticket or any other tickets.
Mm.
I think, and also they have, especially people that travel from overseas countries to Japan, they have a JR
Mm.
pass
Yeah.
where you can ride
yeah,
all
yeah.
JR
Mhm.
trains.
It's like the
for-
passport thing, right?
Yeah. So you
I've
just,
never bought it before.
No, I don't-
My mom has, but
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, I've never, like, even when my family visit, I've never gotten them that JR pass, but I know of many people that travel here
Mm.
use that JR pass because I think they just pay a set price. They can ride all JR lines on the subway and also bullet trains using that one
Mm.
passport card. So it might be financially better if you're going to travel a lot within Japan, but just know that the JR line is not every single train line
Yeah.
in Japan,
Right.
especially in Tokyo, because we also have the subway, the underground
Yeah.
subway, which is not JR line. So you cannot use your JR pass, and you'll have to purchase a little Suica, a little credit card Suica.
I thought that was the most advanced thing
Me too.
in Japan.
Yes, that was like, I was like, man, I got a credit card right here, but it's just like a little
Yeah.
card that you can use for the train lines. Just beep it on through.
Yeah. It costs when you make it for the first time, it costs like 2,000 yen to
really?
make it for the first time. Yeah. You have to put in like 2,000 yen, I think, and then you can make it. The physical copy, you can make it, and then you charge it basically. I think the maximum charge you can only have is like 2,000 yen to 20,000 yen, which is like $200 in a way. And then you could use it onto any line in Japan. That I thought when I first got it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And right now you can actually use that to buy like drinks.
Yeah, you can use it from what do you call it? Those vending machines.
Yeah, vending machine,
Go to the
convenience stores.
It's such a handy
Yeah.
thing. And then even nowadays, you can use on your iPhone,
Yeah.
like in your wallet. You can like, I don't even have the card anymore. Mine's all on my
Right.
cell phone. So if you're traveling over here, I don't know how you get it, but definitely put it on your phone because it's a very convenient tool to have.
You put it in the app. Like there's one in the app store, and you put it in, and then you actually could make the card within the app, and then you could transfer that into either your Apple Pay or
Yes.
the one your Apple Watch.
Yes.
So you could use both either way.
Yes. So Apple, if you're hearing.
Apple
Apple Watch.
What is that?
Apple phone. If you're hearing, if you're listening. This is not an ad, but it can be. But yeah, definitely I think Suica is a convenient way. I'm not sure if it's cost-wise effectively better, but either the JR pass or Suica is a good way to get on the train line.
Yeah, definitely. You could even use it for the bullet train as well.
Yeah.
So it's just having that ticket itself. You could just walk in, beep it, walk in, know your destination, and then you're good to go.
You're on your way.
Yeah, and then if you run out of like cash within, you just charge it
Yeah.
anywhere. When I first made it though, like when you go into some of the subway stations, underground subway station, you couldn't charge Suica during that time.
For
some reason,
yes.
But now they have a lot of stations where you could
Yes.
charge it.
Yes.
And then other thing that frustrated me the most was when you have it on your phone or like on your Apple Watch, you couldn't charge it. Like it wasn't easy to charge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like before I didn't have the app for the Suica app, so I kept on going to the booth station, and then there's this like card reader, right?
Yes.
When I have it on my phone, I stick my phone inside that card reader, and then charge it. but when I had my Apple Watch, I stick my wrist inside and then charge it, and that was really inconvenient. So it really frustrated me. That was the biggest thing that frustrated me the most.
Yeah. Just know that there is some, especially not so popular stations, still quite a bit old, so they're not updated within if you want to charge your tickets there. But main stations, they do obviously have those booths where you can charge money to your Suica or your cell phone one. I didn't even realize you could just put your phone on the scan reader and then put money to charge it. I literally only just found out about that a couple of months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I saw a friend doing it. I was like, whoa, is that a different Suica? Is that a Pasmo?
Pasmo is Suica.
Yes. And I was like, no. He's like, you can do it. And I was just so amazed.
Yeah, Japan has Japan has like a lot of like different types of Suica.
Yeah.
Like it's not just Suica. Like you said, Pasmo. They have Pasmo, Suica. When you go to another like area, prefectures, they have their own Suica like card reader things. So like whenever I went back to Shizuoka to visit my family, my grandparents, from Tokyo, I use Suica. But when I get to a certain station within Kanagawa, I can't use it anymore. I have to get out of the station and buy the ticket and then walk in.
It doesn't work?
It doesn't work.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right? Like you think Suica is like everything, but it's not. You can't. I couldn't go through, so I kept on having to do that. So that frustrated me a lot. Like after a certain point, you have to use that prefecture's like card. I don't know right now because I haven't used the station for a long time now, but that's how I traveled a lot of times. I had to switch it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, like when I arrived at Shizuoka, there's a place called Mishima Station, which is one stop for one of the bullet train. That's when it happened. It's like, what? I can't get out. It's like, what's going on? So I had to talk to the station guy.
Luckily they had.
Yeah.
There then.
I had to get it through that. It was frustrating.
Yeah, I think the trains here, they're very convenient, but to a traveler here, it can be a little bit difficult to navigate because there's so many train lines. You have the JR line, and then you have the subway, then you have the bullet trains, and it's such a convenient way to travel around compared to a car. But I think it's very difficult to navigate your way around. And like you said, there's different Suicas for different areas. There's different train lines. You might have to go from the JR to the subway, and you can't use a JR pass on the subway, so it can be very convenient, but also very confusing at the same time. And I think for a traveler, it can get frustrating, but you just try your best to just ask around, ask words, ask the ticket booths. They're quite friendly people, and try to plan and prepare for where you want.
When you went to Osaka, did you see their mascot?
Yes, no.
They have their mascot.
Yeah, they have a mascot. It's not coming to me. It's not coming to me.
I think it was a platypus.
It's at the train station, right? They have like a little statue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember we took a photo there.
They have a banner of it too. I was like, oh wow, this is. I'm pretty sure there are people who like, especially foreigners who visit Japan, like they look at that. Oh my god, there's so many different characters. I'm pretty sure they're collectors of that.
Yeah,
like for sure.
So you've been to Osaka before?
I have been to Osaka.
Would you think Tokyo and Osaka are the same cities, or
no? Completely different.
Completely different.
Completely different. The culture is different. Yeah. Culture. Yeah, culture is different.
I definitely think you're going into like a whole different. I wouldn't say it's a whole different. It's still Japan, but it's like a whole different world.
Yeah, it's. I think they're more. Osaka people are more friendly. The reason why I say that is like, Osaka people are more. They like to communicate with people.
Yep.
So like if you're walking around, like especially in your case, I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of people, like random people, coming up to be like, oh, a big guy kind of thing. That
a lot of females come up to me.
I don't know about that. But yeah, like they're more friendly in a way. So it reminds me a lot about the Western culture.
Yeah.
How like you're not afraid to talk with people.
They're sociable people.
Yeah, very sociable. In Tokyo, it's not a bad thing, but it's like mind your own business kind of thing in Tokyo. So like, if you see someone like on the street sleeping, they're not gonna care. But so I have an episode in Osaka. When I was in the university, I went there for English program. It's not me learning English; it's me teaching English. By the way, don't give me that look.
Come on, mate. Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
But yeah, I was teaching English to a high school student, and then so I was at the Osaka station. And then there's this guy who I guess like he was drunk, and he was sleeping on this shutter area. And there's this guy that was trying to steal his wallet, and then a random guy, Osaka guy, just like tackled him down, like, and then grabbed him and then held him down. And the police came and then grabbed him away. When I saw that, it's like, wow. In Tokyo, you don't see that thing. Like when people are like, if you're down and people will just like ignore you. If people are stealing from you, I don't think there might be, depending on people, but not as much as like what Osaka people would do. Like it was shocking for me actually. Like it's like, oh wow, that's so brave in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like a good shock for me.
So you saw that?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Good question. I have no
what were you doing? Come on now. The real question is, what were you doing? That's what we all want to know.
I was talking to a girl that time. I guess like the Osaka culture wasn't inside me.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not right there. We know he's from Tokyo, guys. Or Shizuoka, whichever one.
But yeah. Damn it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, damn.
No, I definitely think Osaka is very sociable people because I know when I've traveled there, whether it be for sport or personal reasons, like even when you just go out for a drink and stuff, like everyone just seems like so lively. Like everyone, like you just be sitting at your table and there's a guy having a few beers. The next minute, the table next door to you is like joining you. Next minute, you're moving to another bar together. Next minute, you got a big group of like 10 people together. So I definitely think Osaka people, not that Tokyo people are not, but compared to Tokyo people, they're very sociable. Right. It's just like a whole different code. Like they even speak a different way. They have their own dialect, which I think is like so cool. I always try to copy it. Just the way they speak. It sounds a bit rough and it sounds a bit tough, but I think it sounds so cool.
To me, in my case, it's like American English and British English.
Oh, okay.
That's how much different. That's the difference between the dialect wise. So like, if Tokyo is like a regular English, I wouldn't. That's bad things to regular English. American English, then Osaka is more like British English, British, Australian, other besides American English. So that's like a different kind of thing. I think it has.
I definitely think it's cool. Like the word why. Why in Tokyo is like nande, but in Kansai, in Osaka, it's nandiene. That just sounds so cool to me.
It sounds really like it's strong.
Yeah, it sounds so strong. Even when they talk, they're like, nayane, nande. Well, I don't know if that's good.
Like
word,
people like when in Tokyo, like in Japanese we could say regular Japanese because it is. We could say it's regular, normal Japanese. It'll be nande, but in Osaka it'll be nandeane. So it's much more stronger.
Yeah.
Like when you say nande, it's like, oh, why? But when you say nandeane, it's like, why?
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of. That's how it sounds like.
Yeah, I think it sounds good. Like I always use it. I'm not from Osaka. I'm not a Tokyo person, but you know, I learned my language here and I try to use words like honto, which is like real, Osaka, honma.
Oh yeah.
It just sounds so cool. It's like honma, and they're like, "Oh, you're from Osaka," and I'm like, "Yes, I am," but I'm not. But it just sounds so cool to me to have that different dialect that they have.
Yeah, Japan has a lot of different types of dialects.
Yes, I've only just realized different ones like Hakata Ben.
Oh yeah.
Not like Tokyo or normal Japanese is like nani shite no? What would it be in Kansai?
Kansai, what are you doing?
Nani
何してんねん.
Nani shitenne.
Yeah.
And then Hakata ben is nanshoto.
何しとると?
And I was like, whoa, that sounds so cool. I was like, man, fun to discover a whole new language right now. So just like Japan, when you don't travel to different prefectures, different areas, there is a little bit of different dialect. The language is still the same, but just the way they speak their words.
Yeah, there are some dialects actually like that not even Japanese people understand.
Yeah.
So depending on where you go, it's like completely different language.
Definitely.
It's like, the heck are you? What are you speaking?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. I've never experienced it myself, but I've seen TV shows like going to those locations and like actually showing it. In that case, I'm like, wow, I know what they're saying, but I don't know 100%.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that's something cool about Japan is that when you travel to different prefectures, different areas, they're kind of original. They have their own.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Osaka, they have their own dialect. They have their own how they go about their stuff. They have their own foods unique to the city. If you were go to another area way down south of Japan, like Fukuoka, they have foods unique to their city. They have their own dialects. They have their own way of life. And you go further down to Okinawa, which is right down the bottom of Japan. They have their own, I'm not sure if they have their own dialect, but they have their own unique foods. And that's like a whole different culture within itself as well.
Right.
So I think traveling to Japan, trying to get them, like Tokyo is obviously the main attraction. You know, that's where everyone sees and wants to go. But Japan is a massive country, and probably if you were to travel within your own country, whether it be America or New Zealand, like if you go to the western side of America, I don't know, the Texas side, you know, that's a whole different Western culture. Go to the LA side, that's a pop culture or something like that. I don't know, you're the professional, never been. But, you know, and if you were to travel to Japan, you start in Tokyo, you can go up north to Hokkaido.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful country, beautiful
nature.
Or you can go way down south to Okinawa, the beach.
Right.
A little bit of American Western style influence.
Definitely.
That's definitely something cool. Or go to Osaka, which is definitely a place that I love to visit. Not my most favorite, but definitely a place that I like to visit.
Yeah, Osaka is a good place, but I think I like Kyoto better. Like, out of all the places I went to, it's not like I've been to every place, but like Kyoto it was very cold, like the Japanese culture.
Japanese culture.
Yeah, it's the history itself. So I felt a lot of power there. A lot of the temple, like historical temples are there. The foods are great there. Kyoto, I like the way Kyoto talks.
They have their own dialects?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Kyoto have their own dialects as well. It's similar to Osaka, of course, but they have their, it's a bit different, a little bit different.
I've never been. I've been there once, but I've only been there for the game, so I never got to experience the cultural side of Kyoto. But if you were to recommend anything in Kyoto, what would you recommend to do? Because I know there's a lot of stuff to do there.
Well, what I would definitely recommend is to check out the temple. Like
temples,
definitely, like a lot of temples there are very historical, and they say it's a power spot. So, like Japanese people love that word, power spot.
Yeah.
But power spot basically means is like good, like area where you could gain good luck.
Yep.
Massive amount of luck. So a lot of like famous like politicians, actors, they all went to these kind of certain power spots, and then they gain like massive luck from it. They say that, but I don't know. But I do feel power from it. It's very historical. It's very nice, beautiful. They have more nature there. In a way.
Yeah, I think Kyoto, even though I was only there for a couple of days, mainly for sport, but it's just such a beautiful, the infrastructure, the temples are very traditional. You see a lot of people walking around in kimonos.
Yes.
So I think that was a very cool thing to see around. And there's so much stuff to do. I think people that watch on TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff like that, they probably see on those platforms, they probably see a lot of Kyoto country on there, like feeding the deers,
Right.
visiting temples, those big orange gate temple things.
orange gates are everywhere.
The one with the long street. I don't know. If you're on TikTok, I'm pretty sure you see it. And the bamboos.
Yeah, bamboos.
bamboos.
Yeah, I went to that place.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it big? Is it long? Or is it just literally just one street?
It's not. It's like it's not like one street where you could see like the end of the street. It's like there are like roots.
Yep.
Inside it, but like the amount of bamboo you see.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's beautiful.
That's cool. I definitely would love to visit that spot.
Yeah, like there are people
Sometime.
walking their dogs around that place. I'm like, wow, I would definitely love to walk my dogs if I was living here.
Yeah, imagine living in that area.
Yeah.
That'd be so beautiful.
But
A lot
like,
of power.
the lakes are like there are bridges and lakes there as
Yep.
well. It's really nice. And then like definitely Kyoto, when you visit Kyoto, the food. Green tea is very famous in Kyoto as well.
Yep.
So like green tea ice cream, green tea mochi. There are a lot of those kind of things. There's a lot of theme based off of green tea.
What's mochi?
Mochi is like what? Mochi is like
Because I think people that travel to Japan, they're gonna see a lot of that mochi stuff. I think.
Mochi is like it's a soft food. Soft. There are certain types of it.
Yep.
But it's basically made out of like rice. The base form is rice, but it's a very soft thing that kind of stretches, in a way.
Oh. I see.
The outside is very hard. Inside is very soft. Usually you eat it.
Sounds like me.
Oh, yeah. Usually you eat it cooked.
Oh, okay.
But there are certain things that it's frozen kind of thing. It's frozen, but in Japanese sense, like mochi is more like what they imply is like soft food. That's very like that has a lot of I don't know the words for like it's kind of not mushy, but like bounce, kind of like I forgot the word in English.
Like it looks like a Play-Doh.
I wouldn't say Play-Doh, but
Sorry.
because in my image of Play-Doh is different. Like Play-Doh is smelly.
Well, I was only thinking about like looks.
Like it's soft.
Okay.
Yeah, it's soft and it kind of like a gummy.
Okay.
What?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
difficult to explain.
like explain it. It's something that like I think people should
Yeah,
experience.
it's a Japanese traditional.
Yeah, it's definitely
food,
it's
so-
definitely something not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a disgusting food at all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very good.
Definitely have to try it if you're traveling over there and visit
Yeah.
Kyoto.
Yes.
And Kyoto is also real close to Osaka.
Very cool.
So if you want to travel that Kansai, Osaka, Kyoto area, you just jump on the bullet train to Osaka, and then you can use that same JR pass to catch it to Kyoto, which is I'm not sure time, but it's very close.
Yeah, it's like less than an hour.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
you spend a day or 2 days in Osaka, 1 day in Kyoto, and then on your way back, head back to Tokyo.
Right.
And then there's also before that Nagoya, which is another area in Japan that is very well known for castles.
Okay, I guess. But like my image, what is your image of Nagoya?
Castles.
Castles only?
Castles and a lot of Brazilians. That's my image of. And Toyota Car Company.
Okay. I see.
That's my image. Oh, that's like a sporting
Mm.
image is Toyota Car Company because they have
Right.
2 professional rugby teams in
Oh, okay.
the Nagoya area. And castles. Well, they only have 1 castle, I think. but
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why castles the only thing.
That's my image of Nagoya. I've only been a couple of times. Very nice food, nice meat that they have, and the castle. That's my image. What's your image of Nagoya?
City.
The city.
Because I've been there a couple times
Okay.
for work. Well, I used to work for SoftBank. I used to sell
Oh, wow.
cell phones in Japan.
Yep.
SoftBank. I wouldn't say intern, but like training session. It's all in Nagoya. So we go to Nagoya. So my image of Nagoya is like just city. I didn't I didn't have any image of castle at all. Like I think Nagoya only has one castle, anyways. So.
Yeah.
And the food, I'm like,
Don't go to Nagoya expecting lots of castles. Okay,
Yeah.
just expect one.
yeah, it's not a huge in castle. But like food, I don't know. I don't really have that much of a memory.
I just remember we had like I think it was like some type of tan or gyu type of meat.
Oh yeah, like cow tongue.
Yeah, that was very delicious. I think we got taken to a nice restaurant there.
Are you sure that's Nagoya food?
I'm not sure, but if you ever go there, try it. Oh, tebasaki.
Tebasaki.
That's, yes, tebasaki. Little chicken
Like buffalo wing
wings.
kind of,
Yes.
yeah. Chicken wings.
Yes, that is definitely everywhere. The last trip I went, which was last year around this time, I was at the station waiting for my train. It was like 3 hours. And just wanted to go have some food, and tebasaki restaurants were everywhere. Everywhere. And I love like little chicken wings, buffalo wings. So I had the day of my life eating, I think like 20, waiting for my train with beer. Not a good combination, but very delicious and something well known in Nagoya.
Tebasaki. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah, I have eaten it. I didn't know it was Nagoya food.
I'm not sure if it's Nagoya food, but I know it's well known within the Nagoya area.
Okay.
Is there anything to do in Nagoya, like site attractions or anything like that?
I don't think so. Not that I know of, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest, Nagoya is like more of like an area where you just pass through before you go to Osaka. And
Legoland.
Do they have Legoland there?
I think they have Legoland.
Do they? Oh, really?
I'm not too sure. Don't at me at that. But,
I'm gonna check that.
my friend that lives there seems to always take his daughter to Legoland. So
Oh, really?
I think it's in the same area. So if you like Lego, hop on down to Nagoya, see the castle, eat a tebasaki, visit Legoland. Please be there.
Oh, Legoland Japan. Okay. Legoland Japan is in.
Come on, mate. How long? What are you searching? Just Google where is Legoland Japan.
I'm looking at this homepage.
Oh my gosh. There's a little bit of Suda right there. He finds the hardest way to find the answer.
That's true. I do find no.
When you can just Google.
Oh, I found it. Nagoya.
Let's go. I told you I'm correct. And there it is. Visit a castle, eat a tebasaki, and go to Legoland.
Oh wow, damn. Nagoya. I never knew. You know, like where we are right now, it's Minatoku,
Yes.
right? Legoland Nagoya has Minatoku as well.
Oh. Wow.
That's so weird.
Wow.
That shocked me more than Nagoya
Come
one.
on. I was right. Just tell me I was right.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
I never knew that because the Legoland. There's a small one in Odaiba, in Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a place called Odaiba in Tokyo, where one of the major broadcast stations are called Fuji TV is there as well. It's one of the biggest attractions. It's a place where the Gundam is. Odaiba.
What's the Gundam?
Everyone knows what the Gundam is.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Do you know what a Gundam is?
I know what the Gundam is. Do you know what the Gundam is?
Everyone knows what the Gundam is.
Gundam is a massive robot. That's all I can put it. I don't know exactly what the Gundam is, but I know what it looks like. It looks like a massive robot.
Just research it. It's gonna be on it. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone knows the Gundam.
But I think for foreigners, I think they also may have the image of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, yeah, they do. There
Yes.
is one. It's a small,
There's
tiny
a
one.
small, tiny one of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, when I first went to the Odaiba area, I was like, is that a Statue of Liberty? Why is the
Yes.
Statue of Liberty there? It's so small, too.
It's like literally in like a real busy main area
Yeah.
on the seafront,
Yeah.
next door to Fuji Television headquarters.
Yeah.
It's just a small Statue of Liberty.
That's where the Legoland is, too.
Oh, in that area.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
there's
wow.
there's another attraction in that area called Joy Police.
Oh,
Police.
yes.
That's a indoor attraction indoor amusement park.
Yes. It's like what do you call it? AR.
AR,
Check on those little helmet things.
not VR.
VR. I was so close to saying something else. Something else, which is not a good letter. Started with the V, but we got it right. But yes, it's such a cool place. I've been there once.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was cool to put on the VR, chuck it on, and act like you're in a different whole world, which was very cool too.
Yeah, attraction there. I haven't been there for a while now, but there's a lot of new attractions there. There was one where you kind of skateboard or a snowboard.
Yes.
You go back and forth, changing and stuff. That was cool.
Do you enjoy that place? It seems like something you'd like, a gamer.
Yeah. I've been there like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So while I was in Japan, I haven't been there for a while now.
Yeah, it's like another virtual world.
Yeah, it's cool. Like if traveling long distance is something that you're thinking, if you're in Tokyo, definitely that's one place to visit. Odaiba has a lot of places.
Yeah, Odaiba is definitely a good place to visit. Nice food, court areas, good shopping.
Yes.
Shopping as well. They kind of is that an outlet? The Venus Fort
outlet
area. Yeah, Venus Fort, good for shopping, and it's great infrastructure. It's like you're walking through Rome.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful place and good.
Yeah, it reminded me of. Have you been to Las Vegas before?
Yes.
It's like that indoor area. I forgot the hotel name.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Not that I've been there.
You never been to it?
No.
Oh, really?
When I was little, I used to live in America. In Las Vegas. A dangerous city. Lucky I was only I think it was 8 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Odaiba, there's like 3 areas, like Venusport, like you said. Odaiba, and then Diver City.
Oh, yes.
So it's like a mall, and then like the top floor has an attraction, and then there's a Gundam model shop there as well.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, Odaiba is actually a good place to get a whole lot of things done. And one, you got good shopping, good location, a little bit of interactive stuff, like you see the Statue of Liberty or do the VR world. They also have a massive Ferris wheel there.
Yeah, they do.
And then, but before the Ferris wheel, they have a little Toyota, a little car city.
Oh, yeah. A lot of whenever I go there while driving, I see a lot of foreigners riding the Mario Kart. The go-kart.
Oh, yes.
With the Mario suit. I'm like, what?
Yes.
It's so funny.
The Mario Kart. I don't think that's called Mario Kart anymore.
I think it's called go-kart or something.
Yeah, something like that. But when my mother traveled here, she actually got the opportunity to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she left me. I wasn't invited. She took me to Akihabara and left me at the station.
You'll be like the Bowser one.
I was like, what the? Can I go on it? She's like, oh, sorry, I only booked for one. Okay.
She went by herself?
She went by herself.
Wow, that takes a lot of courage. Actually.
I know. I was like, can I go Akihabara? I was like, thinking she wanted to go shopping for electronics. Akihabara is known for like an electronics city. But that was also the port for where they travel off for the Mario Karts or the little go-karts.
Okay.
And she went on that and I waited at the station for her.
Yeah. Akihabara is another place. Good place to go to as well.
Very good place.
Good place to, if you're into gears and stuff.
Yep.
Good place to get a bunch of gears.
Yes.
Especially during the time when the yen is very cheap right now. So, is yen cheaper for you in New Zealand dollars?
No.
New Zealand dollars is much more cheaper.
A lot low.
Oh, really?
Compared to the Japanese. Well, not a lot, but you're probably looking at 100 yen to maybe 80 cents or 75 cents.
Oh, okay.
New Zealand. I'm not too sure the current exchange rate, but it'll be something like that. From New Zealand anyway. It's not a very strong dollar that we have, but it's not that bad. I don't know. I work in yen now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not in New Zealand dollars anymore, guys. I'm in the yen. I wish I was in the euro, but
I wish I was in the dollars right now.
the American?
Yeah, because American is it's stronger than yen right now. So.
Oh, wow.
Yen's not that strong right now.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, well, last time I checked, it was like 140 yen for a dollar. Yeah, so it's completely different.
Yeah, not too sure. But I think when you're traveling around as well, Do you think cash or credit card is more important, or they use more? Because I know before it used to be cash. Now it's getting into a lot of cashless.
It is
now, but what do you think?
I think there should be certain amount of cash you should carry, because there are certain stores where you are required to use cash only. Because like, I think credit card, I think the last time I talked with one of the owner of a shop, they said like, why don't you guys put in some credit card like readers and stuff? They said like all the amount they take, the tax they take from the credit, putting in that system is much more than them like taking cash. So it's more profitable for them to take cash rather than a credit card, because it goes through another system, another company, and then they get the money from that. So I think like you mentioned, right now it's becoming cashless. A lot of places have become cashless. There are a lot of cashless application in Japan, like PayPay, Suica, and what Mercari.
You can pay with like your line messages.
Yeah,
like that.
a line has one as well. So there are multiple methods to use it. Like Apple Pay is definitely one of good cashless ways to do it as well. But regardless, there are areas where they only accept cash.
Yeah.
So I think you should carry both in a way.
I think like very traditional restaurants and little old school places would only have cash.
Or PayPay.
Or PayPay, yeah. PayPay.
Yeah, for some reason they only take PayPay.
Yeah.
Wait, why? If you take PayPay, why did you take something else?
PayPay is like we scan a code, and you just pay money like
QR code. And
yeah.
stuff.
But I think a lot of main places, big places, well known to tourists, are very cashless now. So they take cards and credit cards now. But I do think you should carry cash on you, especially if you go to like Kyoto or more down south like Fukuoka, where you can get very traditional restaurants, places to eat out. They will only take cash. So
right.
Definitely have cash on you as you travel around.
Do you carry both, or do you only carry credit card?
I do carry both, but mainly just card.
Oh, okay. So have you ever had the time where you did not carry any cash?
Yes.
What did you do during that time?
I don't think I've ever been in that situation.
Where you don't...
If I was by myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really put myself in that situation.
Oh, okay.
Because me as a foreigner, if I get into that situation, it could be a massive problem.
I was in
Big foreigner.
I was in that situation once. Well, I wasn't luckily by myself, so I had someone to be with. So I left that person while I went to the convenience store to get a cash. So I had to do that. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Doing that.
And if I was by myself, if I left to the convenience store, they probably think I'm doing a runner. So I try not to put myself in that situation.
Right.
In the first place.
Yeah, it's complete. It's not related to cash and stuff like. But when you take the taxi, when you want to go to multiple locations, do you know what they? So like for example, you went from point A to point B, you land at point B, right? And then but you want to go to point C as well. So when you land on point B, and then you're gonna do your business, like I don't know, pick up something. During that time, do you know what you have to give to the taxi driver?
No, I don't.
You give them their business card or something important to you.
Oh, wow.
So you leave your business card, and then they'll wait for you. The reason why you have to give your business card or whatever, like identification, any sort of identification, is because so they could catch you if you run. I was like, I never knew about that, but when I said that, one time for work, and they asked me for my business card. I'm like, why would I give you my business card? It's so that you don't, so I could contact you whenever if you don't come back. Like, wow, really? That's interesting.
It is interesting.
So I've used that system like a couple times.
You look like a runner then. Are you sure it's for everyone or just you? Because I've never had that.
Yeah.
Well, everyone said as a runner.
No, I'm not a runner. I paid for my shit.
Definitely I think taxis is another way to get around
Yeah, like
in the area.
like when I went to America, when I went back for work, I usually go to Florida and stuff to work because I do a lot of golf shows. So during that time, all I used was like Uber.
Yep.
So I contact Uber, I set up a time, they come in. But in Japan, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Uber's not that big here, so taxis are huge. You could catch taxi anywhere.
Yeah.
It's so convenient.
Yes.
But did you know taxis weren't that convenient during the golden age of Japan? Whenever you raise your hand, they choose their customer. But now they can't choose their customer.
Yeah.
Because like everyone is like a customer to them,
Yep.
regardless. So that's an interesting area.
And taxis, especially when you're within the Tokyo area, it's quite a convenient way to get around. Because catching the subways and the JR lines, you're gonna have to be changing a lot of trains. It might not be cost effective wise, but it's definitely a convenient way to get from one point to another point, which only has a short amount of distance. But a little bit more expensive than the trains, but it's up to you whether you want to ride the train or catch a taxi.
Right. Move your mic a little closer.
Can you hear me?
Your voice is a little bit far.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now it just sounds very close.
That's how close it is. Oh, he wants another beer.
When did that disappear?
Yeah, if Keating's watching this, then
Time just flies.
you gotta get him a lot of beers.
Listen, everyone. That is the sound of Karen Beer, 5%.
I'm sorry, that was the shittiest I've heard in my life.
What about this one? Oh, no, don't do that.
Well, like, where else have you visited?
I visited a lot of places. Osaka, obviously. Fukuoka,
Oh, okay.
which is a bit more further down south. And if you want to go Kagoshima, which is another bit further down south. And if you want to keep going down south, Okinawa. That is a whole different island, but that is very down south. If we're going to go up north, I've been to Hokkaido. I've been to Akita. Akita and Aomori area. And also Sendai.
Oh.
And then close to Tokyo, Tochigi area. So I used to live in that area. That is a very beautiful area. But out of all those places that I've visited, if I was to say the most fun area, I would say Osaka. Just because it's just so lively. It's quite close to Tokyo, so it's quite convenient to get there by the bullet train. It's such a lively area. So I would say that's the most fun. The most interesting place that I've been to was Fukuoka.
Oh, okay.
So I've been there twice, but the second time I went there was I just found so much cool, interesting information.
Where in Fukuoka did you go?
Hakata, just in the area. So I went there with a good friend. We went there for a job, but we also had a day of exploring the city as well. And one amazing fact that I found out about Fukuoka is there is a lot more females than guys
In Fukuoka?
in Fukuoka.
Really?
So there is more females than guys. So apparently the girls outnumber the guys like 5-2.
Really?
Something like that. Like it's a ridiculous ratio.
That's a crazy number.
So we got told on the first day we went there. So we were like, let's go exploring at night then. Two very good looking young people. And you walk into a bar.
Wait, does that include you?
Yeah, definitely. There's only me and me. The two people was me. But yeah, it was amazing just to see that. There's a lot more females than guys. And the girls there, they're so lively, very energetic, and very, very nice people. But also apart from that, they also have nice food. So we ate some nabe, which was very, very delicious.
Hakata nabe is very
Yes.
famous.
Very nice nabe. And it's cool because they have a lot of street food as well. and Fukuoka.
Hmm.
You don't see much of it in the Tokyo, Osaka area. Like real pure little food trucks on the side. So they have a lot of those food trucks, street food places along their street. And they're very nice. We had a ramen. The only time we went there was a ramen, but that was very nice. And also a yakitori, which is like chicken skewers, like little chickens on a stick. But that was very, very nice. So I think Fukuoka is another place. It's a bit far. You can catch the bullet train, but it's a bit far. It's easier to fly there. But I recommend this place a lot, and I think it's a very beautiful place. Some place that I lived very close to, so I visited a lot, is Tochigi.
Oh.
Tochigi Nikko.
Nikko, okay.
So I love that area. It's such a beautiful country area. You get away from Tokyo, you feel like you're in such a beautiful nature area. They have a beautiful lake called, I think it's Chizen or Chenzon, something like that.
What's the...
The Kawa, the lake.
川の名前。
Oh, I got it. Chuzenji.
Chuzenji. Okay.
So Lake Chuzenji has a
that
very...
sounds really like God-like.
The cool thing about it is that it's at the top of a mountain.
Oh, okay.
And even getting to there, they have this road where it's just like a snake. So you're going up this road like this, you're gonna get car sickness. If you're not used to it, you're literally going up the street like a snake for about 30 minutes. But once you get to the top, it's this beautiful, humongous lake at the top of a mountain. So it's so cool just to see something like a lake you'd probably associate with it, like, you know, down sea level, low level. Well, this one is at the top of a mountain. So once you get past the street, the road, which is like a snake, you get to the top. Beautiful lake. And I think it's not a place that's explored by a lot of foreigners because you got to get there by car. And it's a little bit inconvenient. You can get there by bus, tour bus, but there's not much trains. So I think it's not a place that's explored by many. But if you are able to get the opportunity to go there, definitely visit that lake and that area in total, because they not only have just a lake, they also have this waterfall that is, I think it's from the lake, but you actually catch an elevator down to the sightseeing and you see the beautiful lake. I think it's recently boomed on like TikTok and Instagram, and that is in the same area as the lake. It's literally like a 5-minute drive from that lake. So once you see the lake, drive to that waterfall. The waterfall is called
Niagara Falls.
Kegon. I think it's called Kegon Falls.
Kegon Falls.
Kegon Falls.
Kegon? Kegon? Don't just look at that in English.
That is true.
It's your pronunciation issue.
Or Chugushi?
Chugushi?
No. Kegon no Taki.
Kegon Falls.
Kegon no Taki. Excuse my Japanese. I'm still learning. Guys. Come on. Leave me alone.
Kegon Falls.
But yeah, you actually there's a free sightseeing view from the top, but you really get the experience when you can pay to catch the elevator down all the way to the bottom to see the view up close. And it's such a beautiful view. I've done it once and it was amazing.
Okay.
And it's not explored by many. So I think if you are able to get there as well after the lake, visit there. And then my most favorite part of Nikko is this temple. So people that have an iPhone or a phone see the emojis of the 3 monkeys. The one that covers his ears, covers his eyes, and covers its mouth. The temple for that emoji is in Tochigi Nikko.
Oh, okay.
It's in that area. So if you are able to find that temple, you'll see that temple of a massive temple. You'll see the monkeys that are on one of the walls. And I think that was just such a cool thing. Like, we use our phone every day. We use that emoji every day. Well, not maybe some people, not me. Suda does, but
I don't use it.
But just something that you like see on your phone that's just, you wouldn't even think anything of it, but there's an actual temple and there's an actual story behind those monkeys, and it tells that story at that temple.
Okay.
So it's so cool to be able to see that as well.
Mm.
So I definitely think Tochigi Nikko is such a hidden gem. It's kind of difficult to get to, which I think is a good thing because it keeps its purity. You know, it keeps it's still original. It's not over toured. But if you are able to get the opportunity to visit that area, Tochigi Nikko is such a beautiful area.
Makes me want to visit that area.
Oh, you've never been?
Nope.
Yeah, you have to. And even if you go out there for a stay, and they have beautiful, what do you call those places where you stay in traditional clothes?
Traditional
Ryokan?
Oh.
Ryokan. They have lots of ryokans at good prices too. So you will experience an actual Japanese traditional stay. Some may like it, some may not like it because you sleep on the floor with a mattress. But you know that's Japanese culture. You're traveling here, why not try it? You know, so I think that's it. And you get fed a massive traditional dish. Plus, you probably stay in an onsen, which is like a Japanese hot
spring.
So I think you experience a whole massive side of Japanese culture. A ryokan, go see the lake, see the waterfall, see the temple. You got everything there to experience a very nice style of Japan culture. So you have to visit it
now. I'm pressured to visit.
You have to now. You have to go now. Go see the monkeys.
Yeah, definitely visit whenever I have the time.
What about you? Where's somewhere you have explored to and you like a lot, you would recommend?
I went to in Japan. I went to Kumamoto, Nagoya, Osaka, Kyoto, Nagano, and Tokyo, of course. I stay here. Chiba. I've been to Tochigi for only golf though.
Ah, yes. Lots of golf courses out there.
Iwate, Sendai, and Hokkaido. I've been to those areas. So the one I actually think would be Shizuoka too, because that's my hometown.
How can you forget that? Shizuoka people, he's not with you.
I'm sorry.
Traitor.
But like my number one place I would recommend is Nagano.
Nagano, yes.
Nagano is very I like the hot spring there.
Oh yes.
The hot spring is very nice there. The nature is very nice there. But what I don't like about it is the mountain. Like the paths get there.
Yes, I completely agree because I'm going to Nagano in 2 weeks.
Oh really?
And the reason why is for a summer camp.
Oh.
So I do not have many good memories of Nagano because it's the most toughest time of the year.
But during winter the ski area is very beautiful.
Yes,
it's really nice. I liked it there, but I do definitely recommend Nagano if you're if you want to experience like hot spring. And I wouldn't say hot spring is the best there because Hakone is better. Hakone is known for hot spring area, but Nagano is more known for like more winter, I think, because of the winter sports during the
lots of ski fields. So go to ski
Japan Olympics during that time in the 60s, I think. So it's more known for that. So winter, definitely Nagano is a good place to go. If you can't go to Hokkaido, Nagano is the perfect place to go. But the place I thought was like a place I want to really explore more is probably Iwate area, Akita, and like Aomori, because it's more they have a lot of nature that I want to see, and I just want to I like to fly drone. So I just want to fly my drone.
Oh, wow.
Those areas you can fly the drones any time, so it's a good place. Yeah,
it's very isolated area. I think Iwate, Akita, Aomori area. It's quite far from everywhere, but I've been to Akita for rugby. Very beautiful place.
You know, Akita is very famous for women as well.
Oh wow!
Have you heard from the Akita people or whoever, like Akita Bijin, Akita women?
No.
They say Akita women are the most beautiful in Japan. That's why they say Akita Bijin, which stands for beauty. Akita women.
Do they live in Akita or do they?
Obviously, yes.
Oh wow.
Oh no. They do. Some are living in Akita, and others who are from Akita and that lives in Tokyo, if they're from Akita, then usually they're good looking.
Oh, well, I must be from Akita then.
You? you're a guy. There's no Akita.
Because I'm good looking. No, I definitely. Whenever I've been to Akita for rugby games, you know, their people are very passionate into their sports. They really get behind their local teams. Winter, very cold though. Very, very cold.
Oh, yeah, it's very cold.
Snowy part. They snow there. Snows there on like a normal life as snow in winter. But I think also it's a definitely good place to explore. A little difficult to get to. I think plane or train is a couple of...
What is there to do in Akita?
Eat food. There's some nice food.
Okay.
But the reason I like Akita, because when we went there, I wasn't playing, but the day before a game, we went and explored like izakayas. And a lot of people, they're farm workers, I think, or industrial workers. And, you know, after a hard week of work or a hard day of work, they'll go out to the izakayas and, you know, have a beer or have a drink. And they're just such lively people, similar to like Osaka, but I think it's a different age range. They're a lot older. Not many young people live in Akita, I think. So, but it was just so cool to hang out and see another perspective from older people that, you know, traditional farmers and stuff like that, drink around the izakayas, and they pretty much shouted the whole night. They're like, "Oh, we're so happy to see you here. Drink this, try this." Such a lively, energetic feeling. And they were a lot older. They were like 60s, 70s.
Very friendly.
Very friendly, very friendly. They were just so happy to see people from Tokyo, people explore their city, so welcoming. So it was definitely a good time when we go there for a game. And their supporters very passionate. Even though they're not supporting us, it's so cool to see passionate supporters supporting their team. So that was cool.
All right, very cool. So your recommendation is Tochigi?
Tochigi Nikko, definitely my recommendation.
Mine is, if you have the time, go to Nagano. During winter.
Yes.
Especially during winter.
Yes.
Nagano is the best place. Summer, where would be the best place? Okinawa?
Summer, Okinawa. Yeah,
Okinawa, definitely. I've never been there, actually. So.
You've never been to Okinawa?
Never in my life.
Wow. Okinawa, I've actually been there twice, and the first time was a long time ago. And the second time was recently, as of February. So I had the opportunity to go there for a rugby tournament, which was a very cool opportunity, but it was cool to get amongst Okinawa style lifestyle. So it was a local guy that sponsored our team and got some players together. And they have their own foods, which is like
they do.
the ramen style food, which was very delicious. But it's very westernized. The American presence in Okinawa is, when I went there first, I went there for a rugby camp, so we were just really strict in our camp. But the second time, I had the freedom of exploring. So the American presence in the area that we're in is very strong. Even from restaurants, they have like A&W, which is, I've never seen that before. That was the first time I seen that.
I don't know that. It's like a burger store?
I think so. I think it's like a burger and chicken, something like that. Is that American? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's awkward. But but even like getting onto the base, I've never been onto an American base before, and it was my first time seeing Popeyes.
Oh, okay. I know Popeyes.
You know Popeyes? Is that American?
Yeah, that's American.
There we go. We're on here, guys. But so that was cool to see Popeyes. What's the massive mall that's like not Target, Sega or something like that?
Macy's?
Maybe, I think so. Even seeing like American products in their supermarkets and stuff like that is very, very cool to see how westernized, very American strong presence in Okinawa, which is cool because you feel like you're in America. Americans?
For some reason, I thought you kept on saying prison for some reason.
No.
Prison. It's like, wow, that's a strong word to say. It's Okinawa.
No. It's not my accent. It's my accent, so I don't have one. But yeah, I definitely think the Western presence and presence.
It sounds like you're saying prison for some reason.
Oh, it's your accent. But it's definitely cool. And their beaches. Very beautiful beaches. Very clear waters. Very popular for snorkeling and diving. So if you want to go out to the beach and go for a snorkel or a dive, Okinawa is a very beautiful place
Mm.
to do that. And they cater to tours and stuff like that out there. So it's very convenient
Mm.
to do it in Okinawa.
Yeah, I definitely want to go one day.
Yes, you definitely have to.
Why?
Is that a promise? Should we set a date on this? Because I hear a lot of fake promises. You go Tochigi Nikko now.
Tochigi is much more closer to
Come on, let's put a date on this, guys, eh?
Tochigi, I could
Soda's gonna
drive
take
there.
us. He's gonna take his little handheld camera and explore Okinawa next month.
Vlog myself there.
But I definitely think Okinawa. It's a little difficult. You can't get there by train. You have to fly there. So if you are lucky enough to get the opportunity, and the trains are not very convenient there.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You driving is the most convenient way to get around.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
So if you want to go to, I think it's Naha is the main city.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go towards Chatan, I think, which is towards the beach area.
Why does that sound like Hawaiian for some reason? Chatana?
Oh, I have no clue. I've never been to Hawaii either. But
I've never been to Hawaii either.
Chatan area is like if you want to go to a bar, it's cars. It's car or taxi.
Oh.
But taxi, you'll be clocking up a lot of miles in a taxi.
Mm.
So car is the most convenient way
Okay.
to get around there.
That's a good information.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I expect if it's in Japan, like it'll be more convenient for, like train would be better. But
The train will only get you to the main ports, but they're quite distant from the train, so you'll have to catch a taxi.
I see.
And it's small pods everywhere. It's not big pods. Like, it's not a massive Shibuya area where you can do a whole lot of things. You just have a little area where this is. And then you have to go to this area. And then you have to go to this area. Like, if you want to eat at a restaurant, it's in this area. If you want to go to a bar, it's in this area. And you can't catch a train there.
Oh.
If you want to go to the clubs, it's in this area.
Dang.
The hotels is in this area. So it's quite spread out.
Okay.
So a car is the most convenient way to get around.
But if you drink, it's not that convenient.
Yes, so you
need to
have
find someone
a
who's-
sober driver. Yes, sober driver, guys. We don't drink and drive here. We promote sober driving. So definitely you're gonna have to find a sober driver, take someone that doesn't drink, or catch a taxi.
Dang. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So we were lucky enough to have one guy. We got given 2 cars, and we had 2 guys that didn't drink. So we were lucky to have them drive us around.
Okay. Lucky you then.
Not that we went out drinking a lot. We were there for rugby, but we were lucky enough to have 2 people drive us around.
Okay. So I guess you had the best fun.
Oh, it was not bad. Not bad. But yes, Okinawa is a beautiful place. I think another place to visit in summer, not just Okinawa, is also Hokkaido.
Oh, yeah.
It does have a winter image,
Yeah.
but there's also a summer image, I think. Because a lot of places in Japan during summer are so hot.
Yes, definitely.
Very, very hot. Like if you want to get out exploring, sometimes it can be too hot. But Hokkaido is a lot cooler.
Yeah, it is.
Very cooler.
Definitely.
So I think exploring Hokkaido in summer is a good place too as well. And the snow's gone, so you see some very beautiful nature.
Yeah, it's full of nature.
Yes.
Full of farms. The best food comes from Hokkaido in Japan.
Yes.
So
Seafood?
seafood, milk, like vegetables.
Oh, wow.
Mostly, I think Hokkaido has a good image
Yes.
in a way. But seafood, yeah, is very strong. But like a lot of like I wouldn't say organic, but like I guess like organic. Like a lot of like like very nice food.
Is there huge farming culture
In Hokkaido,
in
yes.
Hokkaido?
Yeah.
Yes.
Farming culture is huge in Hokkaido.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, I definitely think Hokkaido definitely has the image of coming over here winter, hitting some slopes, doing some snowboarding,
Snurfing.
snurfing, whatever that is. But definitely has that image, but also summertime is also a very good place to explore. So if you're ever here during the summertime, definitely check out Hokkaido because you'll eat some delicious food and see some beautiful nature.
Definitely. Yeah, so like hopefully what we said were very I don't know, helpful, I guess.
Interesting, both helpful and interesting.
Hopefully you wanted to visit Japan a lot more, whenever you do visit Japan, just go to areas what you're interested in. There are everything.
Yeah.
They are definitely it's for everyone.
Yeah.
If you love the culture, if you love the food, definitely Japan is a great place to visit. So hopefully our insight, our experience were some sort of a help to you guys. And hopefully it made you guys want to visit Japan a lot more. Anything you want to say?
100%. I think, there's you see Tokyo Image, and you see the Shibuya crossing, you see Disneyland, you see Disney Sea, but just know that there's more to Japan than just those typical images. Try experience the cultural side as well, not just the entertainment side, but try to get rich deep into the culture. Obviously, communication may be a boundary, but don't worry about that, because if you let that restrict you, then you're not gonna enjoy yourself fully. So try to look outside of the box, listen to the experiences. We speak from people that have lived here and outside of Disneyland. We've seen Nagano. Like, people probably wouldn't have thought Nagano was a place to visit. So listen to their idea, do your own research, and you might find a place that you find interesting. Tochigi Nikko, it's a very beautiful place. So if you can, listen to the stories and then do your own research, maybe you'll find something else that you thought you never would have if you were to visit Tokyo on your own will, or see just the obvious.
Yeah. One thing to add for me is Nagano. When you visit Nagano, eat soba. Soba, which is like I wouldn't say ramen, but it's like another sort of like, what do you call that?
Like a noodle.
Noodle,
like
right? Noodle. God, see, this is what happens.
What were you gonna say?
Something that I wasn't supposed to say, maybe. Noodle.
He was gonna say something else, guys, and it wasn't noodle.
Noodle is good. So, anyways, Thank you for watching the show.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Later.
Love ya.